And we're live. Happy Thursday, you guys. It is Girl Get Off the Sidelines daily dose of inspiration that I'm bringing to you guys. So I'm here every single day this week. Hi, Brooke. What's up, girl? I'm here every day this week to bring you guys some of my tips around getting you off of the sidelines and onto the field of your life. My name is Lisa Lupo. I have 2 online businesses I run for those of you who are new followers. One of them is a network marketing business in the health and wellness industry that I've had for about 7.5 years. And the other is called Time Block It. I have both a group coaching program that starts on Sunday, which Brooke is part of, which is so exciting. It gets started in a couple days. It is called Time Block It Collaboration Camp, and it's for women in online business who need to get more organized with their schedules, start showing up a little bit bigger and more professionally in their businesses, start showing up online more courageously, and then, of course, collaborating together to help each other grow and support one another's dreams and goals and businesses. So it's a 6-week camp, and I have a couple spots left. I actually have some interviews today with some women who may be joining Collaboration Camp. We shall see. But it closes on Saturday. So if you're somebody who is interested, if you need some help, you need some girl tribe that's going to hold you accountable, we're here for you. So today is all about filling your cup. So my theme of today, or my topic of the day, is give from the overflow. Have you ever heard that? I heard that once. I think it was from Chris Harder, for those of you who know Chris Harder. I want to say it was on a podcast he did. And just the visual of that was so awesome for me, because you always hear that saying, like, fill your own cup first, right? Fill your own cup. Make sure you're filling your cup before you're giving to others, right? Because you can't give from an empty cup. Well, the example he gave, which I'm a visual person, so I could imagine filling a cup. Imagine filling a cup and allowing it to overflow, right? Like you're pouring something in, hi Kara, and you're allowing it to overflow, right? And imagine how beautiful life would be, how balanced and how self-serving your life would be if you remembered to fill your own cup daily enough that it's never empty, right? There's never anything taken out. It's like the ocean, right? If you go and take a big cup and you scoop out water out of the ocean, like you could take so much water out of the ocean and it's not going to do anything to it, right? It's not going to make a dent. So it's the same thing with having an overflow in your cup, of being able to give to other people from the overflow, not giving to people from what's actually in the cup, but giving to them from the overflow. So what does that mean? That means we have to be doing daily things that fill our cup. That means we have to be making self-care a priority. That means that, when we sideline ourselves because we're sick, we're burned out, we're stressed, we're tired, we're not inspired, we're too busy and we're not productive, right? And so we're over here on the sidelines kind of feeling like we're out of the game. We don't have what it takes. There was a time, actually a little over a year ago, where I burned myself out and I was literally on the sidelines over here, burned out, and I couldn't build my business and I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do because I had emptied my cup so much that I was exhausted and I was resentful and I was tired and I was sick. So what I ended up learning was that I had to refill that cup. I had to get that cup overflowing so that then I could go and show up and serve other people. So if you think about your daily routine, and this is something that we're doing in Collaboration Camp and that I do with my clients when I coach people around time blocking, getting organized with their schedule, is making sure that they're fitting in time for the things that light you up, that fill your cup, that nourish you, right? So for everybody, that's different. Give me a comment of something that nourishes you. What's something that you do, or maybe you haven't done it in a while, that makes you feel really good? Hi, Elaine. Something that makes you feel really good. Like after you do it, you're like, oh, I feel so refreshed and rejuvenated. Share in the comments below, you guys. Is it a facial? Is it going and getting a facial? Is it going and treating yourself to a massage? Is it maybe carving out an hour and just giving yourself like time to take a bath and like maybe paint your toenails, or maybe you sit in the bath and you meditate, or you listen to peaceful music with candles around you. Maybe it's, something for you, sitting down with your amazing coffee and just journaling, having an hour to yourself to just be with no distractions. I know for those of you that have kids, that's challenging because it's hard to get alone time, right? Especially if you're a stay-at-home mom or dad who your job is 24/7, right? So you almost have to really get it scheduled in with your partner or with someone else who can help you, so that you can carve out that time for yourself and time to just be. So you're not going in the bathroom, shutting the door, saying, "Mommy's going potty," and you're really like, I need to take a breath. I need some like adult time to myself, right? I hear this from the moms a lot. I'm not a mom, but massage, journaling, watching your favorite show. Yeah, like being able to put on like binge watching some program that you love, right? Like giving yourself the time to do that and not making yourself wrong for it. That's the biggest thing, is doing those little like treats, those little things that we want to do for ourselves that make us feel really good, with zero judgment about it, right? And not feeling guilty about it, and not saying, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, I'm not being productive, or this is selfish of me, right? Or this is, like a lot of times if we have our favorite show or we have something that we love to watch, we think of it as like a waste of time, right? Or it's toxic like information or whatever. But if there's something that lights you up and it makes you excited and you love watching, getting all involved in some show or whatever, like I love all those dancing shows, that's my favorite thing, is watching those shows like I can't remember the name of the one with J-Lo, but anyway, like that kind of stuff, right? Where you give yourself permission to just be doing whatever you want. There's no right or wrong about it, right? And that kind of stuff fills our cup because it gives us the space to just be us and not make ourselves wrong and not be in productive mode all the time. You don't have to be going all the time. You don't have to be making something all the time. You don't have to be in action all the time. And if we build those things in that fill our cup and allow our cup to overflow, then when we do show up for work, we do show up for other people, we do, show up online to share what we're doing or add value to the marketplace, right? Or whatever it is that we're doing for work, we are so much more, we're happier, right? Our cup is full. We feel good. We're in a good place. We're on, like what Abraham Hicks is somebody that I follow. If you guys know who that is, Abraham Hicks says you're high flying disc. You're on a high flying disc, right? You're like up there. You're on a high flying disc. You feel really good because you've nurtured your soul. You've filled your cup first before giving to other people, right? And oftentimes we don't do that. Hey, Allie, what's up, girl? Bubble bath with music. Yes, me too. Like I love getting in the bath. I put my essential oils in there. I put a couple candles and I'll just put on some like meditation music and just chill out, right? And just be. Just let your mind relax and let yourself just be for an hour, right? It's funny because these little things, we don't think about how much of an impact they have on our lives until we do them, right? And like you moms, like Allie, you probably know, like when you do something for yourself, that's, you're not with your kids, you're not with your spouse, you're not with your friends, you're just doing whatever you want to be doing in that moment. It really can impact your life in a huge way. It can just revitalize you, right? So what happens is we're not building those things in. Most people are not building those things in until there's a catastrophe, right? They're not building in self-care on a daily basis or making time for even just 15 minutes of personal time with no distractions. Until it becomes a fire, right? An urgent matter where you're like, I am not well, okay? I have been serving other people nonstop and I have not stopped to do anything for myself. And now I'm pissed, right? Or now I don't feel good, or now I'm in a bad mood, or now, my life's all out of whack, right? Out of balance. And now it's going to take me a week to come up for air, right? We push ourselves to that point by ignoring those little nudges that we get, those little signs that we get that's like, hey, take a time out, right? Like, hi, Nancy, take a time out and like do something for you, right? Read a book, go somewhere and sit outside and listen to a podcast or read a book or something, right? Or do journaling or do something for you. And so again, today is about what happens when we don't fill our cup. We end up sidelined, we end up tired, we end up sick, we end up burned out. And then now we have to go and figure out how do we build this stuff into our lives, right? So what part of Collaboration Camp, part of what I'm doing with my program with my clients is teaching them how to fit in blocks of time that are for the important things. So it's not just about action. It's not just about making money and building a business. That stuff has its place in your day, right? But also what has its place in your day is a morning routine of some kind that is just for you, so that you're showing up for yourself and you're nurturing yourself before you're showing up for other people, before you're checking your emails, before you're diving into text messages, before you're on Instagram scrolling, right? And you're filling your cup and doing the things you need to do for you so you can show up as your best self. It makes a radical difference when you start doing it every single day. I just got off a call actually with a girl that I'm going to be working with who was talking about, hi Eli, talking about how she started this morning routine of getting up, not making any excuses, getting up and going to yoga first thing in the morning. She just gets up, gets out of her house, and she walks. It's about 8 minutes from her house and goes and does yoga. And it's been 4 days, and it's dramatically changed her morning routine. And it sets her day up right because she feels good going into her day, right? Versus feeling like you're waking up and immediately you're going into what other people need, right? When we open our emails, we're essentially saying, what does this person need that's emailing me and how can I serve them, right? And we want to be able to serve people, right? We want to be able to build a business and be able to give our gifts to the world. But at some point, we can't continue to do that if we're not serving ourselves, right? So, hi, Darla. So what I asked you guys that are just hopping on is what's something that you do or maybe you're not doing right now that fills your cup? That fills your cup, that lights up your life, that makes you feel good about your life, that makes you feel like you're actually enjoying the journey of, you know, working every day and building the life that you want to build. What are you doing every single day? Or maybe what do you need to be doing every single day that nurtures you, right? And so we're talking about how giving from the overflow, if you can imagine that cup just overflowing, pouring coffee into a cup and just letting it spill over. You're giving to everyone from that overflow so that what's in the cup is yours. So that your cup is always full. You can always give from your best place. You can always feel nourished. You can always feel like you can show up for other people because you've done what you need to do for you, right? So again, just reminding you guys every single day this week about being on the sidelines. If you're an online business, if you're somebody who's building a brand or you have a network marketing company or have any type of online business where you're serving other people, you're promoting your service or product, and you're feeling like you're watching everybody else, right? You're on the sidelines and you're kind of watching and you're seeing what other people are doing and you're saying, I can't do that. I don't have what it takes. I can't talk like her. I can't get online like her. I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to say. Like we have all these things, right? These fears and these judgments about ourselves and worry of what other people think, right? And I can promise you that every single person that has created something and gone online and decided to show up online, they've all gone through a phase where they were just a beginner, right? They've all gone through a phase when Facebook Live was still brand new. It was new to everybody. So even the people that were already very successful in business offline had to learn how to show up online. They had to learn how to get on video and talk about what they do and share tips and value to people, right? It wasn't just like, oh, these people were magically good at it. Maybe actors, maybe people that are used to being on camera, but for probably the majority of people, it was new. It was something brand new that we all had to learn how to do, right? And so how did we learn how to do it? How did I learn how to do it? How did I start getting on video and start showing up? I just did it. I just knew that if I want to reach people, I need to be willing to show up. And if I want to help people grow, and one of my things that I want to do, and one of the things that I do is helping women step into their power and show up and go big and build the life that they want to build. And so I'm trying to lead by example. I'm trying to say, hey, I'm doing it, you guys. I'm doing exactly what you need to be doing. Show up online, be consistent, don't focus on all the people that aren't your people. Don't focus on the people that are judging you. Chances are it's in your head, right? People are focused on what they're doing. People are focused on their own stuff. And the people that have time to worry about what you're doing and judge you, you don't want to be around those people anyway. You're not speaking to those people. They're not your people. They're not your target audience, right? Your target audience are the people who admire you, who show up every single day and are inspired by what you're doing, want to be part of what you're doing, and they're learning from you, right? And we all have an audience out there of people who want to be where we are. Every single one of us, it doesn't matter where you are in your life, you've accomplished something, you've broken through something, you've created something, you've had a transformation, you've done something in your life that you can share with other people and inspire other people with. And it doesn't matter what it is. I mean, you guys go to YouTube and you can see kids unpacking toys on YouTube and making money and have followers, right? Have all these kids watching them, right? I mean, what is that, right? It's just, it's inspiration, it's entertainment, right? So you get online if you're funny, if you're somebody who's funny, right? The girl I just told you guys about, Jera, who, her and I had a Zoom call just a few minutes ago. She's super funny. She gets on and she's just like doing funny stuff, like just hilarious, right? And she entertains people and she's like showing her real life. She's not doing anything that any of you can't do. She just has the courage to do it. She has the courage to show up every day and share her life and show people, you know, what does it look like to be an influencer, right? And, you know, and she's just super real and raw about who she is. So there's so many different ways that we can bring value to the online space. And it just comes down to having the courage to just say, you know what, I'm not going to worry about what other people think. I'm going to dare to suck today. I'm going to hop on and I'm just going to share my story, right? One of the first things I did, hey babe, one of the first things I did on Facebook was share my story. I shared my story of going from, you know, we're owning a gym and being in a hamster wheel to just getting into network marketing and creating a business from home and building a residual income, right? So I shared my story. That was the first thing I did. And I didn't have to have any notes. I didn't need to know any facts or features or details because it was my story, right? So that's sometimes the easiest thing that we can show up with online is our own story because we know it so well. We don't have to have a script. We don't have to worry about if we lose track of what we're going to say. We just share our story, right? So all of you have a story of some kind, and there's people out there that could be impacted by your story. I have a friend named BJ. Many of you guys know BJ's in my my network marketing business. She's one of my business teammates, and she had an incredible transformation. And she was somebody who went online for the very first time, I think on video, or maybe, no, it was her picture. She shared her transformation picture, and somebody said she was inspiring. Somebody said, you are so inspiring, and it broke her to tears because she was in a place prior to her transformation where she didn't think she could inspire anybody. She was just like, how am I inspiring somebody? Because of where she came from to where she is now, the transformation is just dramatic, right? And it's so inspirational. And she, for the first time in her life, felt like she was impacting other people's lives and inspiring other people, right? And for years, she had been the one that was inspired by other people, and now she's inspiring people. And that was a huge thing for her. And now she's, you know, doing so much more with her life and like just completely changed her life. So that's a story of somebody who was scared to go online, was scared to put her story out there, and she did it. She showed up and she did it, and she's changed a bunch of people's lives because of it, because of her story. So getting back to the topic of today, fill your cup, overflow your cup. Allow your cup to overflow, and don't make yourself wrong for having a morning routine that nourishes you. Don't make yourself wrong for needing personal time. Don't make yourself wrong for carving out an hour in the day to just read a book or have downtime, right? Because if we don't do those things, then we get to a place, like I said earlier, where it's urgent, where now we feel out of balance. Now we feel stressed. We feel resentful. We feel like we're showing up for other people all the time, but not for ourselves. And it's our own fault, right? When we don't create those boundaries and build in time for ourselves to fill our cup. So I'm going to sign off, you guys. I'll be on tomorrow again at 10 a.m. Mountain Time with another topic for you guys related to getting yourself off the sidelines and into the game of building your vision, your life, you know, whatever it is that you're dreaming about, the business that you want to launch, or maybe you have a business and it's kind of stagnant, right? But getting out there and showing up, and maybe it's a relaunch that you do. Maybe you relaunch your business, right? And you just, who cares? Nobody knows. You just say, I'm doing a relaunch, and you just come out and you just do it, and you get excited and you get people fired up. And like I said yesterday, people want to be part of something that's moving. People want to be part of something that feels like it has energy around it, right? So you be that person that has energy, that brings excitement, that brings inspiration and positivity, and you're going somewhere. Who wants to come with me, right? Who wants to be part of this, right? So put that out there to the world. And again, like I said yesterday, think about the people that you're attracted to. Think about the people online who, oh, thank you, Darla. Thank you so much. Think about the people who you're attracted to, who you every day, you can't wait to see what they said today online, right? You can't wait to see their next post or what they said on their stories or their videos, right? What is it about them that draws you in? What is it about them that makes you think of them first thing in the morning, like, oh, I want to see what she's doing on Instagram, right? We all have those people that we follow that we get excited by, right? We get inspired by, or maybe we're having a bad day, we get our daily dose of inspiration from their page. What is it about that person? Think about it, that keeps you coming back. What is it about that person that draws you in? Be that person for other people. Be that person for other people. Take notes, right? And just remember that you're leading by example, right? You're showing other people how to do it. Leaders go first, right? You hear that all the time. Leaders go first. So be a leader. Show up online, and there's a difference between being online and building a business online, right? Just being online and scrolling and seeing what people are up to and maybe connecting with some of your friends, and like showing up with a purpose and having something to give, right? Adding value, having a reason that you're showing up every day because you want to inspire people, or you want to get people to move. You want to get people to act, to take action on their life, or to have better health, or to have better skin, right? Whatever your thing is, whatever your brand is that you have to give, you're on there for a reason, right? And there's a difference between just being on and having a purpose to be on and connecting with people and using social media as a way to grow your friend list, right? Grow your community, grow your tribe, right? I just met a girl. I was gonna sign off of here, and I just went off on another thing. I just met a girl who I follow, you guys, Jera, who I've followed. She lives in New York. She's one of those people that has tons of 100 and something thousand followers. She's hilarious. She cracks me up. I always go to her page. She's one of those people I go to her page to like laugh, because she's just so funny and she's so real and raw. And we connected on Instagram, and now we're working together, right? So you just don't know what can come from being online and showing up, right? And that connection came from me putting myself out there, me being open, me showing up every single day and having confidence and having that posture of somebody who's on a mission. I'm running a business and I'm here to help people, right? So anyways, okay, I'm gonna sign off, you guys. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Mountain Time. If you or someone you know is interested in collaboration camp, go to the link in my bio. There's a couple more days to get your application in. I have a couple interviews today I'm doing to fill the last couple spots. Go to the link in my bio, fill out the application. We'll have a conversation and see if it's a good fit for you. If you know somebody who you think needs some help, someone in online business that's new or that's doing a relaunch, that needs help showing up and getting organized, share this with them. You can share the video. Will be up for 24 hours, and then I'll have it uploaded on my YouTube channel so you can watch it later. So have a beautiful day, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.